Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2 as Austria, then later forming Großdeutschland. Quick reminder that last week I closed the poll for deciding what country we will play as for my next Vicky 2 series, so Brazil won out with 10 votes compared to Two Sicilies' 2 votes, and everybody else who was an option had 0 votes. So once the series ends, like I said, I will probably take a week or two off depending. And then we'll start up the next Vicky campaign as Brazil. I don't quite know if I'll be playing vanilla Vicky 2 or if I will play with the historical project mod. We'll see. I'll test both out to see which one I find more enjoyable. But let me go ahead and get my timer started. So I should probably build an army, and at least one army, and send it over here to Lebanon, because you know it's kind of hard for us to defend Lebanon from any rebellions or anything right now, what with it being isolated from the rest of the empire. So yeah, that's something we're gonna have to do. Let's go ahead and actually do that right now. I don't think there's a reason for us not to. Yes, everybody seems to be completely up. That's an army that took, both those armies took a beating in that little war with the Ottomans and Italy. We'll just do regular infantry. So, let's see, no French. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 8, correct. I don't recall. It's been a little while since I built an army. Yeah, okay. 8 infantry, 2 hussars, and 10 artillery. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think one army will be enough for this. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think there's a real reason for us to build more than a single army for Lebanon. If we had a bit more of control around that area, I'd probably build a second one, but it's 4 provinces. So yeah, I think we're fine with just the one army. And of course, as per usual, it's a little bit slow for us to get canned food for whatever reason. You know, as the world's #1 producer of canned foods by an absolutely ridiculous margin, we somehow still manage to not be able to get a whole lot of canned food out to quickly build armies. It makes absolutely no sense. In fact, that is the main thing holding us back. There's a little bit of a slowdown in artillery. And that one also doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Again, we are the world's #1 producer by quite a massive margin. So we really shouldn't be having any problems getting canned food and artillery, and probably small arms as well, I assume, right? Yeah, small arms. Tanks, we don't produce any, apparently. We do produce some airplanes, apparently. And actually, we're #2 on ammunition. We're not too far behind the US. If I really cared to, I could probably overtake the US on ammunition production. I just don't care to, so yeah, we're not going to. Although I could have sworn we were building a tank factory, weren't we? Like, I could have sworn we did. But apparently not. It must have been one of my test runs where I decided, hey, let's build a tank factory, so we don't need to import our tanks from the Russians or the US, as it turns out in this case. Continue trying to get Albania to realize that they really should join us if they want to be able to survive any real extended period of time. We're not going to be able to finish researching all the naval techs. I'm just going to get that out there right now. That is just not going to happen. But we can get all the rest of the stuff, no problem. No, Albanian communists, although Albania can deal with that. Still not quite. I'm gonna dump increased relations on you, and that should be enough to create an alliance. Oh, there's a pretty sizable French army in Paris. I mean, not surprised. We can very easily march into Paris if we ever go to war with the French again. We're not going to. At least I don't plan to. And I saw some rebels there. French communists. And they don't seem to be particularly big. Is there anything big along the coastline over here? Not really. It's mostly, yeah, a bunch of small armies. I mean, there was an 11 there that I saw somewhere for a second. Now I don't see it, so I don't know where it went. But yeah, for the most part, it's a bunch of tiny single brigade uprisings there. Oof, okay, well, the Ottoman fascists have pretty much won, taken over Ottoman Africa. Again, there are a couple of communist areas, but for the most part, it is Ottoman fascists. Those Lithuanian nationalists are not going to manage to succeed, sadly. I wouldn't mind seeing Lithuania gain their independence because, hey, it's just another thorn in the side of Russia. Not that Russia's a thorn in my side anymore either, so I don't really care. Okay, increase your opinion of me again because apparently we're still shy a little bit for an alliance. There we go. Now we're not shy for an alliance. Okay, I assume French booted me out. No. The UK banned me, and then the French banned the UK. You know what? I'm fine with that. I can live with that. It's not like I really care that much for Spain. Although if the French get Spain, then Spain's not going to want an alliance with me anymore. And then I'm not going to have somebody to attack the French from behind if I ever go to war with the French again. Again, I don't plan to, but, you know, if we're thinking about this as a theoretical continuation into, like, Hearts of Iron or something, or just beyond 1935, I would probably want to keep the alliance with Spain if I could, especially since I'm not going to get one with Italy. Spain's really my only option for a good ally against France, and it's not like they're a great ally, if we're being honest. They really aren't. But, you know, it never hurts to have somebody you can call up and say, hey, you want to help me go and kill some French? And we got some Greek fascists, but not a whole lot. Okay, yes, I have an alliance. So, who are my allies out of curiosity? I frankly don't remember. So, we are allied with the US, the Japan, Scandinavia. Those are the only real allies that I gave a crap about. All the other ones are either people in my sphere or just whatever. Let's get the game up to 4 speed. Now, Ireland actually has a pretty sizable military at 80 brigades. I mean, it's not going to do anything against the UK, or at least the full might of the UK, but 80 brigades is actually pretty good for such a small country, and they're still actually building some more troops. Not tons of them, and okay, placing the sun against the French. Do I want to do it? Gets me another war with Russia. I am currently at 20 infamy. This gets me a place in the sun, so I can at least take a colony off of the French. What would I take if I were to take anything? My choices are pretty limited to either French Ghana, which does not have a coastline or a coastal province for me, or the Windward Coast, which is actually not terrible looking, and I could in theory go and colonize Liberia. So we get German Liberia and Liberian Liberia. And then, you know, maybe if the opportunity arises, invade Liberia. I could take the Niger Delta if I feel like putting down a bunch of French fascists as well to actually secure that. I could take French Cape Colony, but that's really not worth taking. It's a single province. And puts me with a border with the British, and I don't really feel like bordering the British. I could take Madagascar. Admittedly, that's not super useful, so I probably wouldn't bother. You know, maybe I should have taken Somaliland off of the Ottomans instead of Lebanon. It just would have looked nicer. French Madras, not really worth it. Christmas and Cocos Islands are not colonies. Huh, wow, the French actually did not do a great job of colonizing the Pacific like they sometimes do in my games. French Guyana. Can't take the West Indies or Lesser Antilles. Yeah, my choices are actually very limited if I do end up deciding to go to war with them. Oh, I could take Gambia, which is actually not that bad. Although, honestly, if I'm going to take anything, I think I would go with the Windward Islands so I can colonize Liberia, get rid of the, I think, pretty much only uncolonized plot of land, because for some reason the British and the French never did it, and Liberia just can't. Do I want to do that? It might be my last war with the Spanish on my side, and I can just kind of ignore the Russians, because frankly I don't give a crap about them. Just like last time. So I'll just need to really focus on taking out this army, because I think that's the bulk of their troops. They've got a couple of these small brigades running around, but I think that 86 K army there is the bulk of their troops. So if I can knock that out, although it'll take a while, that basically will end the war. And it's Operation German Fury again, because we're very unimaginative. We said Operation German Fury worked last time, let's do it again. But this time, against the French. Yeah, screw it, let's do it. Hey, France. So, I know we just fought a war. Windward, it is the Windward Coast, correct? I want to make sure I get the right name. I don't want to grab the wrong spot. Yes, Windward Coast. And actually, I wouldn't be able to take all of Madagascar because it looks like it's actually 2 territories that make it up. So, who will not join me? Pretty much everybody, actually. Because the truce... Oh, damn, I can't actually declare the war unless I want to take a hit to infamy. I mean, I could... And personally, I think getting 2 militancy is a little ridiculous for breaking a truce, because this is a war we would easily win. And, hey, guys, we hate the French. We've hated the French forever, so why not go ahead and, you know, take an opportunity to kick them while they're down. So this truce actually still lasts until August of next year, but the CB will expire in April. So we would not be able to just sort of wait out the truce and then declare the war. So do I want to take the +1 to infamy and the -20 to prestige, which is completely irrelevant when you have 2200 prestige? But with a +2 to militancy when I already have 3, you know, honestly that would kind of hurt. And admittedly, I also will make up my loss to prestige from just winning the war with this war goal. And then, of course, any extras I get from battles. Yeah, screw it. Fine, France. You're going to get off because I'm not going to go ahead and actually take the increased militancy because it's already pretty high. And I don't really want it to get any higher. I already have problems with periodic big rebellion. No, Sokoto, we're not getting an alliance. Why the hell aren't you in Scandinavia's sphere? You've typically always been in their sphere in the past. Because the French are trying to steal you, apparently. So why do you want an alliance with me if the French are trying to steal you? I could understand if they were invading you, but they're not. They're influencing you to side with them instead of anybody else. Of course, we shall attend the Olympics. There is no reason for us not to attend them. If two Sicilies, I could attempt to get their stuff up just a little bit so they maybe can get those 300 points to become a great power again. For whatever that ends up being worth for them, I don't know. Let's continue to improve our education efficiency. We are currently at 94.6 literacy. Again, I kind of want to see if we can hit 100. I don't think we will. I think I would have needed to have started much sooner on that focus if I really cared about it. I don't. But, you know, it's something I could have potentially focused on between our various great wars that we fought. And election time, and the Irish are socialist apparently now. Is there a political party thing here that I can look at? Okay, well, not quite the right thing that I was looking for. I was looking more for just a national political parties thing, but that does not appear to be an option. Also, we do actually still have some an uncivilized country, a primitive nation, and two partially westernized. Oh wait, never mind. There is actually another plot of land that is not yet colonized, because the Ottomans, for some reason, have refused to colonize it, even though they don't have lack of resources to justify not doing it, but whatever. But this is the party loyalty menu, which we've never looked at because there's been no reason whatsoever to look at it. So these guys are very much in favor of the conservatives. These guys are, I don't know what the difference is between blue with slashes through it and just blue. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Well, maybe it's because it's only 17%. Maybe? I don't know. I really don't. If you need to hit a certain percentage to just go solid one color. But you know, hey, our conservatives are focused in certain areas, while a lot of countries seem to be very spread out with a lot of just sort of gray, which I assume means roughly equal representation of the parties. Although the US does actually have a decent amount of socialists, apparently in Texas, Kentucky, Virginia, and North Carolina. And a little bit in Oregon. Russia is apparently very just white, so they are apparently evenly spread political parties in every single region, somehow. Don't ask me how. And yet they still proceed to have massive issues with Russian communists and the periodic Russian fascists, although it's mostly communists because it's Russia, so of course it's going to be communists. Let's see, we do moralism. So, go moralism. See, that army is almost done being built. They just need the last couple of infantry, I assume it is. It's infantry and a cavalry. And Netherlands, what did you get yourself into? Oh my god, you got yourself into a war with the UK, apparently. Why? You declared the war. Okay, Netherlands, you do realize that for you to win this war, you have to call me in. It's not an optional, hey, we can win this war, but we can call in Big Brother Germany to help us out to win it a little bit faster if we want to. No, if you wanted to win, you have to call me in. Why would you think of declaring the war? Because you probably looked at just Portugal and said, hey, we can beat Portugal. Sure, you can beat Portugal, but you realize Portugal is friends with the British and you can't beat the British, right? And you had to have known the British would join to save Portugal. Because it's not going to be like what happened when I declared war on the French last time. Or the Russians, so that I could go to war with the French, whatever it was, where they decided, nope, screw you, Russia, you're on your own. Okay, fine. I will help you. I shouldn't have to, because you shouldn't have declared the war, but so be it, I'll help you. So, quickly ship our navy off to the Irish Sea. No, no, no. Bad game. Bad pathing. No. Damn it, game. Your pathing is absolute garbage sometimes. I hope you realize this. Now, I don't know how many troops the British have left on the British Isles, but I kind of get the feeling it might be basically nothing. Is just a vibe I'm getting. Let's try not to get all our troops killed because of mass. Okay, never mind. I may have spoke a little too soon. There is actually a decent army. You know what? Go help them out. It's in our best interest to destroy that army as soon as possible. So we're going to have the Battle of Sheffield, which also is not involving a whole lot of troops because apparently the width here for battles is abysmal. Because that's tiny. I mean, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 2, really. That is very small. We do jingoism. Also, I like that the British troops here are actually wearing kilts for whatever reason. I don't know why they're wearing kilts, but they are. I can understand if we were fighting the Scottish, but we're not. We're actually taking quite a few losses here, more than I would have liked. Also, I think these might be my troops now in charge. Oh no, are those still the Irish troops? Yes, I think those are still the Irish troops there. Where the hell are my troops then? Also, wait, that's Plymouth. I'm sorry, or is that who they're attacking? Oh no, that's who they're attacking, okay. No, I think those are my troops, actually. Where the hell are the Irish troops? Also, Ireland, you have a terrible general. And now I'm going to need to send another army down there to deal with this. Because I don't think we're going to win it. And this is just a ruse to build support for the party. Let's end that nonsense. There we go. Where are they running to? They are running to Manchester. Let's go to Manchester. Try and finish them off, if we can. And the Irish troops are sufficiently weakened there that they're not quite able to do it. Can you survive long enough for me to get an army down there? Yes, you were. Where are you running to? You're running to Leeds. I really want to destroy that army. Stay there. I don't really need that 22 4K army from the British to swoop in. Oh, the Russian, or not the Russians, the French are apparently not trying to take Spain anymore. They've said, we've had a change of plans. Wonderful, we managed to finally stack wipe that army. Keep the weakened 4K army down there. We do protectionism, and the British want peace, and they're willing to give me that. But can I maybe, you know, sneak in the liberation of Scotland? Because I won't go above the 25. Actually, what the hell am I thinking? Yes, I would. We're at 19, it costs 11. So that'll... Okay, do I want to do it? Because, I mean, the reality is who's going to declare war on us? It would require literally a world war in which everybody fights us for us to really have any risk of this hurting us in any significant manner. Maybe I don't. What are my choices? If I do place in the sun, that is 10. That takes us up to 29. Cut down to size is 13 infamy. That is ridiculous. Humiliate is only 3 because it's always only 3. I could take Portugal off of you, but why do I care about Portugal? So acquiring states is 11. Place in the sun is 10. Liberating a country is 10, or excuse me, 11. Liberating just a region of a country, or rather of people rather than their entire country, I give them just a single region of theirs, is 7.5, which would still put us at above 25. Damn it, UK, you're lucky. I mean, I could wait. There's no rush to end the war. I can just kind of sit here. The Dutch can maybe toss in some new options, and, you know, I can just siege down the entirety of the British Isles. Or rather, what remains under British control. Our troops are a little too weakened and spread out. Yeah, go help the Irish there. Make sure they win that without any significant loss. Where are you going, Ireland? Go north to Dumfries. No. Oh my god. You should have gone north to Dumfries. Well, I guess more specifically Edinburgh. Or Edinburgh. However it is. Go help them there. Oh shit. Really, game? You're gonna give me German communist rebels in my armies that are currently up north fighting the God damn you, game. Like, really? You guys realize we're in the middle of a war. And you decide to rebel. Okay, they moved there, I guess. Yeah. No. I'm gonna try and occupy as much of your stuff as I can and just kind of wait for a while. If I can. You know what? Let's increase naval organization. No. Yeah, let's finish off the commerce tree. Really? Oh shit, you're surrounded. Well, almost. You actually do have a way of sneaking out. So you do that. Well, I suppose I'm gonna need to bring fresh troops in now. First things first, what do you need? You need, because I assume my timer's about to go off, so let's, yeah, about 30 seconds. Let's take this opportunity to just kind of do a boring job that I don't really want to have to deal with next time. If I can avoid it. You need infantry and cavalry, or not cavalry, but artillery. Timer, and of course all the guys down here in the south apparently managed to lose a lot of troops. So you need, oh no, you didn't really lose a lot. You needed, nope, an infantry, not an irregular. Infantry, cav, artillery. Ah, damn it, okay. And we're gonna make an opening in our front lines. Because, you know, we're not fighting a war with the Russians, so it's fine. So, infantry, cav, artillery. Let's see, you need infantry and cav. Okay, there we go. That's the, I don't want to have to deal with this. Really? Portugal? Really? I mean, you do you, I guess, but really? Okay, so that's going to be it for this part. Next part, we will finish off this war with the British. That was not started by us, so nobody can blame us for it. I don't know what we'll take. We'll see. I mean, I could end it now if I really wanted to, but I kind of want to see if we can drag this out a little bit and maybe take some stuff for ourselves. Don't know what. We'll figure it out. I don't think we will, unless I feel like going over the bad boy limit. I mean, I could take Sierra Leone or Guyana. I might do that. Or Guinea? I don't know. I don't know how it's pronounced. Either one, in theory, should give me a connection to Liberia if I wanted to actually colonize that. Although I suppose Sierra Leone's probably the better option. I don't know. We'll figure out what we want to do. But until next time, goodbye and farewell. Pause for a moment there because I was contemplating potentially actually just letting this run until the end of the year. But nah, we're not going to do that. Oh, they're besieging Heligoland. Or rather... Oh yeah, no, Heligoland is actually the name of the thing. I always forget that it's state and then the actual province or whatever it's called. But yeah, so that'll be it. Quick reminder, I do have a Patreon and a Discord. You can find links to those down in the description below. I highly recommend joining the Discord because that's where most of my communication is when it comes to channel happenings. So it's highly recommended that you at least join. There is no requirement for you to be active, but I do recommend that you join nonetheless. Just so you can be kept updated on channel happenings, so you know what's going on when I miss recordings or when I announce a new series or whatever. Or open up a poll for a new series, you'll be informed about it early rather than needing to wait until I mention it in a upcoming video. But yeah, so that'll be it for this part. Like I said, until next time, goodbye and farewell.